Okay, so we're gonna do questions 1 through 5. So for the first one, a figure consists of 8 squares labeled A through H. The area of square F is 16 units squared. So when we're doing area, we know that length times width is how you find the area. So for F, we know that the length, since they're squares, we know that it's 4 and 4 for both of the side lengths. And then for the square of B is 25 units squared. So with using the same logic, we know that both of the side lengths are 5. And then finally, H is also 25 units squared, so then that is also 5 on each side. So, going to find the area of square D. So we know that B is 5 and F is 4 for the side length. So we know that A or E has both 1 on each side length. And then we can take the area of A and C, or A and E to find C, which we add the 5 and the 1. So then the side length of C is 6. And then we also know that since the side length is 6 on C, then we can add our 1 and our 6 to equal 7. So we know that D is a 7 by 7. So we can take 7 times 7 to find the area, which equals, 49 units squared. So there's problem 1. So problem 2, 9 consecutive positive integers are entered into the 3 by 3 grid shown there. So that each row, each column, and each diagonal are the same. What is the average value of the 5 numbers that are missing? Express your answer in a decimal to the nearest tenth. So to make this easier on us, we're going to label each question mark with a variable. So I'm just going to go U, V, W, X, and Y. And since I know that each row, each column, and each diagonal are all the same, we can make equations from this. So I can say 38 plus U plus V is equal to W plus X plus 40. It's equal to 46 plus Y plus 50 is equal to 38 plus W plus 46. And we can keep going throughout the rest of them. Is equal to V plus 40 plus 50. And then finally we have to do our diagonals. So we have 38, plus X plus 50 is equal to V plus X plus 46. So those are all of our equations. And then in order to find our missing variables, to find the average, we have to set certain equations equal to each other in order to find the variable that we're looking for. So we're going to start with 38 plus X plus 50 is equal to 46 plus X plus V. And then we just solve for the variable that we want. And so we know that if we subtract an X from both sides, then they cancel out. So we're going to solve for V in this one. So we have 88 equals 46 plus V. And then we can subtract over the 46. And then V is equal to 42. So this is 42. And then we know that 38 plus U plus V is equal to V plus 40 plus 50. But we know that V is equal to 42, which we just found in the last equation. So we can say 38 plus u plus 42 is equal to 42 plus 40 plus 50. And we can also just subtract over this 42, and then those cancel out. So then we have 90 equals 38 plus u, and then u equals 52. And now I'm out of room. So the next one that we want to do is 38 plus w plus 46 is equal to v plus 40 plus 50. And if you remember, we found v up here, so that's 42 plus 40 plus 50 is equal to 84 plus w. So then we add up all of these, and that equals 132 is equal to 84 plus w, and then subtract over the 84, so w is 48. So this box is 48, oh, and this box is 52. And then finally we need to find our x and y. So we're going to use 38 plus w plus 46 is equal to u plus x plus y. And we found that w is 48. And then 38 plus 46 is 84. And then we have our u is 52, and our x plus y is left over. So then we're going to subtract over, well, we'll add those two. And now we'll subtract over the 52 over here. And so we have 80 equals x plus y. And we're just going to leave it like that because in order to find the average anyways, we have to add up all of the numbers that we found and divide by 5 because we had to find 5 different numbers. So we're going to take our 80, which accounts for x and y, and then plus 42 plus 52 plus 48, and then we add up all of those and divide it by 5, not 2, for our 5 numbers. And so when we add up all of these, we get 222, and when we divide it by 5, our answer is 44.4. That's our average. There is.
So hit that spray bottle that's on the bottom right of the blue ball. And clear indication something.
Alright. So for number 3, they fly between 4 major cities to provide direct flights. From each city to other 3 cities requires a total of 6 different direct flights. How many routes are needed in order to connect 15 cities with exactly 1 route connecting each pair? So we have 15 cities, and if I am in one city, I know that I can fly 14 different routes to the rest of the 14 cities. But when we do this and we take 15 times 14, that accounts for all of the total routes. but we're flying both from City 1 back to from City 2 back to City 1, so that's 2 routes each. So we have to take the entire thing divided by 2. And then we can get our answer of 105 routes. And then finally, we're printing t-shirts for a class project. For what number of shirts will the cost under Plan A and Plan B be the same? So when something is the same, we know that they have to be set equal to each other. And so the setup charge is $250 for Plan A, and per shirt we're charged $4.25 per shirt, so we're gonna take it times S. For Plan B, we have an initial amount of $150, and we're gonna add $5.25 per shirt for that as well. So this is just a simple solve for S. So I'm gonna take $4.25 S and subtract it over, and so we have just one singular S. And then I'm also going to subtract 150 over, so I just have 100 equals S. So the number of shirts that it'll be the same price is a total of 100 shirts. How do I stop it?
Is that number 5?
That's 4.
Oh, don't stop it.
All right, so for number 5, there's a real quick way to do this, and that is with the graphing calculator. So you are allowed to have a graphing calculator. You're not allowed to use Desmos, sorry, but you can use a graphing calculator. And so here is what you're going to do for this problem. You know that this is an exponential relationship because compounding interest is exponential. So you know that your principal, or the amount, sorry, not your principal, but the amount of money you have is going to be equal to the amount of money that you invested times your growth factor. In this case is 1.03 because you have 3% interest, and that's going to be taken to the power of the number of years or the time that you've been having this invested. So the easiest way to do this is to take this equation and type it into your graphing calculator. So I am going to use Desmos in this case just because I don't have a graphing calculator that you can see. So how is it that I don't have Desmos already up? There we go. Graphing calculator. And it's a lot quicker on your graphing calculator than on Desmos to do this, but whatever. So we have y is equal to 1,000 times your growth factor. All right, and I don't care at all about the graph, I just care about the table. All right, so after year 2, I don't have the magic 1,100 whatever. So I'm just gonna continue down. Uh-oh, it's looking good. So it's one of these years. So I'm gonna go back to the problem and double check. It's 1,125, which is year 4. So that is the quickest way to do problem 5.